Hey guys, so this week's update is live in Dragon Ball Legends here. We actually have a decent bit to talk about here. This download, by the way, was like 400 megabytes. So we'll see what they have in store for us. We also have the Majin Vegeta ZENKAI Awakening, which we'll be breaking down. And then I will be recording the showcase directly after the breakdown is over. But we're going to start with this. So we have the episode campaign Majin Buu Saga Z. So the very first thing I want to talk about is how this title is constructed here. Episode campaign : Majin Buu Saga Z kicks off. To me, this sounds like a very recurring thing that they're going to be doing, and that makes more sense once we take a look at the description. The episode campaign is a limited time campaign centered around an episode of the original series. The episode this time is Majin Buu Saga Z. Okay. During this campaign period, Legends will be hyping up this episode to the fullest. So this very, very clearly is indicative that they're going to be doing this moving forward for other sagas. So this is obviously Majin Buu Saga. We could have the Goku Black Saga in the future, the Frieza Saga in the future, aka Namek Saga, Saiyan Saga, all those sagas, or Dragon Ball Saga. Dragon Ball Saga would be nice to have one of these four. But this, what this reminds me of is sort of like a more fleshed out version, I guess, of the Powerful Opponent campaign. The Powerful Opponent campaign wasn't a saga, but this seems like what it's going to look like is a recurring saga version of the Powerful Opponent campaign. So moving forward, again, we could get just an entire month dedicated to different sagas, which can be good because having campaigns tied to a saga doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be getting the same tag buffed over and over and over again, which is what they usually tend to do. So like they'll focus in on hybrids, they'll focus in on androids, and then like for the next 2-3 week period, those are the only teams that get buffed. For sagas, like for the Buu Saga, obviously Kid Buu is going to be on different teams than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which are the two characters on the top there, right? So I think this actually will probably end up giving us a more variety of tags that get buffed, which is very, very good. I like to see more of a variety of teams getting buffed rather than the same team getting just hammered with buffs over and over again. A fan favorite song will be featured in game for a limited time. Yep, we already see that right here. The We Got a Power song. Is that even live right now? I have to check, because if it is, I will have to unfortunately mute it, and then we will be able to add in some BGM on my end. So all right, so we have Majin Vegeta ZENKAI Awakening, which we'll be discussing later. Here we have episode Medals number 1. Number 1, huh? Yeah, I mean, again, this is all looking like this is going to be a common theme moving forward. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if, like, for the foreseeable future of the game, this is how they sort of, I guess, plan out these bigger celebrations, these month-long celebrations, right? This is going to be episode Medal 1 for the Majin Buu Saga, and then we could see maybe, I don't know, I don't think for the anniversary it'll probably just be a normal celebration. I don't think they're going to do like a specific saga for the entire celebration, but for like post anniversary, maybe they move on to a different saga, and it could be like episode Medal number 2, and then it would be for, I don't know, the Dragon Ball Saga or whatever, right? So yeah, play events related to the Majin Buu Saga Z to get episode medals 1. You can exchange the medals you collect for Legends Limited Multi-Z Power or other useful items. Okay, pretty good. We have a... this is the Vegeta that fights Pui Pui. Makes sense. Episode campaign Majin Buu Saga Z special login bonus arrives. Okay. It's interesting that they have the same image for all of the banner images here. So we have the same one. It's Kid Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then even the medal has Kid Buu on it. I mean, this Kid Buu getting a ZENKAI is very, very in the question. Very possible, I think, during this celebration. So I would not be surprised if before the end of the month, we actually did get this Kid Buu a ZENKAI Awakening. All right, we have the login bonus here. So more medals and titles there. Special missions, adventures. Super Space Time Duel number 90 is coming soon. So this is actually a bit different. This is not just a normal Space Time Duel. Shake things up with the episode campaign. Characters from episode Majin Buu Saga Z play a huge role this season. Characters from episode Majin Buu Saga Z that belong to tiers C through A will be placed in the featured tier and will get a bigger boost than usual. So there's two ways to interpret this. Well, obviously there's one way to interpret the first portion. So characters like Ultra Super Vegeta or Zenkai Majin Vegeta, who I think are, I know Vegeta for sure is in C tier. I think Zenkai Majin Vegeta probably also is in C tier. They're both going to be temporarily brought up to the featured tier. So they're going to be getting a bigger buff. Now, the last portion here where it says, and will get a bigger boost than usual, that can be interpreted in two ways. The first way is just they'll be getting a bigger boost than usual because they are in the featured tier. Or it could be they'll be getting a bigger boost than usual because they are getting an additional boost on top of the featured boost. It's hard to tell which one that's actually talking about, so we'll see what they're talking about when the season actually starts. By the way, I think we have another week of this season, which is so annoying because it's double RP and it's 3 weeks long. It's just hell. But yeah, this could be interesting. I mean, we could go ahead and take a quick look at like the characters that are actually in the Buu Saga here. Let's go ahead and sort this by Majin Buu Saga. I don't think there's many that are like crazy here. So yeah, if this kid Buu, I guess, gets a Zenkai, he will be in the... I mean, he's going to be featured anyway if he gets a Zenkai, so it's not that big of a deal. This guy... It's not that big of a deal for this guy because he's a Zenkai character, but... I mean, it's, you know... And don't forget the way that the featured... Hold on, let me just see something. The featured... Does a feature boost work the same way? No, I don't think so. If we go to boost... I think it's only, what, S and Z tier where it's like the same saga gives you buffs. Yeah. Alright, so never mind. So... Yeah, that Vegeta, I mean, he's going to be getting a little bit of extra help from being in the featured boost, but it's not crazy because he's a Zenkai character. Red Buuhan, I guess... Oops. I don't know what I don't even know what tier that Buuhan is in. But he is I don't think he's in... Is he in C tier? I have to check, but yeah, he I guess he's a potential candidate. But I mean, yeah, there's not really many crazy Buu Saga characters right now. I think obviously the biggest one is this guy, and then potentially this guy, but this guy has really aged very quickly. I think the biggest reason is because a lot of this guy's buffs are cancelable, and we've been getting more and more characters that have the ability to remove attribute upgrades and buff effects. So, but yeah, Ultra Super Vegeta I think actually could make a pretty decent resurgence with him being placed in that tier. And then depending on how they handle the actual boost, like, is it going to be an additional boost on top of the featured boost, or is it just the featured boost? So we'll see how they handle that. All right, going back to the news here. Let's go scroll down again. Okay, then we have the equipment bonanza, which is starting on the 7th, so we have a few days before that begins. It looks like it's the same exact thing that they usually do with this, so yeah, it's a week long. Take advantage of this, reroll equipment, and that's all that we have for the campaign celebration for now. I think next week is when we will get the LF, so whatever it ends up being, we will see what they look like. I think we probably should be getting a reveal and stuff announced this weekend, and then as usual for me, Tuesday night will be the reveal, and then Wednesday afternoon will be the release of the character. But yeah, like I said, it looks like they're focusing more on the end of the Buu Saga just based off of the images. So like Kid Buu, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we'll see. I don't think that's anything too concrete yet, but we shall see how they handle that. So the next big thing to discuss is this guy is back. Ultra Gogeta Blue is returning. You know how many times I've gotten people who have commented asking when this guy is coming back, and I don't blame you because he is still the best character in the game. He still controls the fight more than any other character in the history of the game has. His unique gauge, you literally don't even press a card and he plays the game for you. So it's a very, very, very tough decision, I think, actually, for a lot of players. Do you summon on this banner or do you save? There's two things to consider. So number one is we actually are very close to the anniversary. The anniversary is less than 2 months away. And they could be releasing some massive stuff for the anniversary. I mean, the anniversary Legends Festival, those are the two biggest celebrations of the year. I actually think I would put Legends Festival a little bit above the anniversary in terms of the hype and the level of characters they release. But the anniversary, of course, does release some incredible stuff usually. But the other thing to consider as well is the banner before the anniversary. And I believe this year we will be getting 2 banners this year. And a lot of that is based off of the teaser they showed yesterday, which I did a video about regarding this Majin Buu saga campaign. It seems blatantly obvious that we are going to be getting an LF next week, and then we'll be getting an Ultra at the end of the month. So I think there is a really good chance that they could pull another, Tag Android situation, Beast Gohan situation, where the banner, or I guess the 2 hype banners before the big giant anniversary celebration, actually contains characters that might even be better and outshine the anniversary headlining characters. They do that a lot. They have a proven record of doing that. So there's a chance that whatever we get this month, whether it'll be the I am assuming the Ultra is going to be better than the LF, but maybe I'm wrong. So like, let's just say, for example, we get an Ultra Super Buu. Right, Ultra Super Buu all of a sudden was the best character in the game by far. And I think if it is a Buu character, like as popular as Buu is, releasing an Ultra Buu right before anniversary, it's kind of reminiscent of last year where it's like Tag 17 and 18, as cool as the androids are, they are not super hype. Like, yeah, it's the androids are not that popular. Let's just get over it. They had to do something to make them worth summoning on, and they definitely did. So I imagine this year, whatever the characters we get this month will be absolutely insane. So keep that in mind if you are somebody who's thinking about summoning on this Gogeta banner. This Gogeta banner, we can take a look at the actual banner itself. It's not good. It is not good. So let's see. No, not step list. Let's go to the Z power list. So we have Gogeta, Tag, Goku, and Vegeta, who are just no. Broly, who's no. This Gogeta, who's no. This Vegeta, who's honestly an incredibly, like, probably the best bench in the game for Gogeta Blue, but himself being an actual usable character right now, no. Tapion is still pretty decent. This Broly sucks. Frieza sucks. You suck. This guy Goku sucks. This Vegeta has always sucked. Spartak has always sucked. You are actually, I guess, okay, I don't know why it's happening. I'm not even, my phone is on the desk, I'm not even touching it. Gogeta is, I would say, minimally usable. This guy, he has a pretty good Z ability, Zenkai ability combo. Broly is a really good bench. And that's it. Like, this banner is really bad. But then you have Gogeta, who's like the best character in the game. So, and it's Gogeta Blue. It's like the coolest character they've ever released or something, right? So, I actually will mirror exactly what I said during Legends Festival when this character came out. I cannot, in good faith, recommend that anybody summons on this banner because it is terrible and the format is terrible, it being an Ultra banner. However, I can't deny that if you just really want Gogeta, then you're going to summon, right? So sure, go ahead and summon, but I will not recommend that you summon. I can't. Let's just leave it at that. All right, so let's go take a look at what this Zenkai Majin Vegeta looks like here. So let's go Sparking, let's go Red. This is a character, by the way, I'm going to pull him up while I talk here. This is a character that they will need to just completely revamp the entire kit because of how old he is. So potentially could be good if they just decide all of a sudden that they're tired of releasing bad Zenkais, I guess. Because we know for a fact that he's not going to be a good bench character. He only has, what, Saiyan Blast Attack is his Z ability. All right, I have him pulled up here. Let's see if we can find him. All the way at the bottom. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and display max stats here. Whoa! That's a really high strike attack. 290. Okay. By the way, I should have probably prefaced before we jumped into the Majin Vegeta screen here. Majin Vegeta in this game has been, like, historically disrespected. We have, I think, we have 3 different versions of Majin Vegeta. We have this red one. He was the first one ever introduced. Then we have the LF Majin Vegeta. And then we have the free-to-play purple one. So this guy on release... okay, so here's the thing with this guy on release. I actually think he was okay. People look at his debuffing ally mechanic and they're like, oh my god, he was terrible. He was so bad. But he was doing so much damage on release. Like, he got 50% damage inflicted on switch in. Units did not get that at that time in the game. Like, he did a lot of damage. Like, there's a reason they gave him that debuff to the allies, because he was actually doing so much damage. But that debuff certainly hurt the rest of your team. So he kind of was an okay release, I would say. The real gem on this banner that he came out on, the first ever Black Friday step up, was the purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That guy was crazy. That guy was insane. That purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I thought he was the best unit in the game when he came out, right? Because he was before purple Broly. So that was really good. Well, I mean, this Majin Vegeta was kind of just like, okay. He wasn't anything special. Then the LF Majin Vegeta came out. He was like one of the most... He was the definition of one of the most mid releases of all time. Because that guy released post Vegeta Blue. And he released like sort of around the same time when ZENKAI Super Saiyan 2 Gohan released. When that Red Gohan got a ZENKAI. And he just did not make an impact whatsoever. That was sort of like the time period where the game was just utterly and completely dominated by ZENKAI characters. Because that time period also had transforming Rose Goku Black, who was very dominant too. So very tough for that Majin Vegeta to sort of make an impact, and he just sort of fell flat on release, unfortunately. And then his ZENKAI, I actually would say his ZENKAI wasn't good enough. So that LF Majin Vegeta had 2 chances to impact the game, and I would say he failed on both of them. This Majin Vegeta failed on his first attempt to really impact the game, by the way. Again, he was okay. I would say this red Majin Vegeta actually was probably better than the LF one on release. And then we have the free-to-play purple Majin Vegeta, who I would actually say is like a top 5 worst sparking of all time. Like, he was... I could not tell you what they were thinking. That guy was the free-to-play character that came out alongside Ultra Super Vegeta for the last part of the anniversary. He was like legendarily bad. Like, he was so bad. He came out, he instantly sucked. Like, it was a nightmare for that character. So Majin Vegeta in this game has really never had a dominant like release. So we'll see if this guy's able to do well. Looking pretty good at the start here with his 290 strike attack. Defenses are a little low, 177, 176. I mean, it's not really that bad. Once you start to fall into the low 170s as a ZENKAI character, that's where things get a little bit scary. But this isn't too bad. I would prefer to be in the 180s, like low 180s, but it's not that far off. So I guess I can excuse that considering his strike is so high. So before we look at his ZENKAI ability, we will just take a look at his tags here. So there's a few options for this. Saiyan, Vegeta Clan, and Majin Buu Saga. I will tell you guys right now, you better hope it's Saiyan. You better hope it's Saiyan. Because his Z ability is Saiyan, number 1. And it's only 1 stat. And it's not even his main offensive stat. It's Blast. So we'll see. All right, normal strike and blast. Final impact is the blue card. They actually gave him massive. So it used to be major. Now it's massive. So he gets a... Okay, so the 50% chance to inflict heavy bleed goes to 100%. And then he gets 30% self-destruct damage for 60. Oh, 60. That goes up from 25. I mean, I guess that's fair. The self-destruct damage, like, sure, whatever. The interesting thing about this is that is not... well, first of all, it's not cancel. No, sorry, it is stackable. I was going to say non-cancelable, but it's a stackable effect. So if you run this character next to like, I don't know, Purple Frieza, who has a ton of blue cards, you can just continuously stack up this self-destruct damage buff, right? All right. Next we have Superior Tenacity, which is the green card. Draws a new card, 20 key. Yeah, he's doing... Those are both new effects. Those were not on this before. Like I said, he's going to have to gain a lot of new abilities here. So it goes from 15% to 25% strike. Okay, so it used to be 15% strike damage. Now it's 25% to just damage for 15 timer counts. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card. Okay. And then activates ultimate arts card, final explosion. Or shorten the time needed. Yeah, 3 times. Okay. So that is the same. Obviously, the main allure of this is it shortens the charging time of the final explosion up to 3 times. That was already there. So this got a massive overhaul. This got a massive overhaul. The drawing a card, the key, they buffed the damage, and the destroying enemy card are all new. Okay. All right, so the final explosion. Let's see how they changed this, if they did it at all. Major self-destruct damage. Self-destruct damage does not depend on your own health. Deals a fixed amount of damage. Okay, that's the same. Okay. Oh, it actually nullifies endurance. Oops, there's my low battery. Okay. Applies special strike and... Hold on. Applies special strike and blast armor and nullifies in normal conditions. So this... Okay, because I'm looking at the wording of how it used to be. So they added... Applies special. That's special. Parentheses, excluding some is new. So it gives you some special armor. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe it's like some green cards can't penetrate this or whatever, but okay. And then a portion of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members instead. So this now nullifies... Basically what changes is now nullifies endurance. That's pretty good. All right, let's get to the meat of what he's able to do here. So not going to hell alone. By the way, his main ability prior to his Zenkai was literally just draws the ultimate arts card. That's all it was. So now he gets 30% HP, 40 ki, applies the following effects to allied tag Vegeta Clan or Majin Buu Saga. He actually has a team heal and a permanent damage buff. Wow, that's pretty good. That's not bad. I'll take this. Permanent damage buff and a heal. Okay. I mean, it's to specific tags, but mostly, I guess those are the tags you're going to want to run him on anyway. Maybe. I mean, he's a Saiyan, so maybe you want to run him on Saiyan. So this is the issue with this character. He's giving Saiyan's blast attack and then self-destruct damage, which doesn't matter. All right, we're looking for Saiyan here. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. I mean, Vegeta Clan is not terrible because obviously you're going to run other Vegetas, but you're also going to want to run Trunkses. You know how much this game loves Trunks, and releasing 40 million Trunkses. Yeah, I wish this was... because Trunks is not going to get the Z ability, right? I wish they just made the Saiyan. I wish they just made it Saiyan. At least you could double up on the Z ability, Zenkai ability, whatever. All right, let's check what his unique ability is here. I'm looking at the old one. Okay. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Draws a... Oh, he actually... Oh, wow, he draws 2 greens. Huh. That is really strong. Force drawing a green twice is really good. All right, so he force draws 2 green cards, which he needs to activate his ultimate shorter. He gets 30 ki. He gets 50% damage inflicted, which is already there. And then... Oh, they actually made that 50% damage permanent because it used to expire after 15 counts. And then he gets card draw speed. Yeah, that's a sizable buff. Okay. That's... For a first unique ability, that's good. Key, card draw speed, draws a green card, and he gets damage. Yeah, that's good. I'll take that. Okay. Next one, deadly fight between rivals. Applies the following effects to self every time when faced with an enemy character Goku. 75% to ki recovery, and then he restores vanishing gauge by 50%. So... I am going to let you guys in on a little secret. And this actually might sound pretty insane, but Goku is not that good in this game right now. How insane does it sound to say that? Goku is not that good right now in this game. Like what Gokus are you running into consistently? I think the most popular Goku character I run into is probably reviving UI Goku. Like that's probably the most popular Goku. it's probably him as number 1, and then number 2 is probably the Tag 4s. What other Goku are you running into? You're not really running into Dragon Fist. You're not really running into UI. Blue Kaioken that doesn't exist. The Tag Blues you don't really run into. I'm scrolling down here. LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but I mean, if you're gonna run into him, you run into the Tag Force anyway, so that's fine. And that's it. Like, what other Gokus exist? That's insane. There's like the character Goku is not even that strong right now. So that this could become good later, but right now I don't even know if you're gonna get much value out of this. All right, so here are the new unique abilities here. Majin's Power Unleashed. So he gets 50% damage again. Okay, so he's starting with 100% damage if you add those two together. That's actually pretty good for a Zenkai character with 290,000 to strike. Reduce damage received by 40%. I wish that was a bit higher. Oh, there we go. Reduce damage received by 20% for 60 counts. Okay, I mean, sure, I'll take that. Applies the following effects to self after enemy attack is over. He heals by 15% of damage received. And then you reduce enemy ki by 20. Okay. Yeah, this is a good, another good ability here. So again, he's at 100% damage with ki on entry with card draw speed. And he force draws green cards, which gives him more ki and more damage. And draws him more cards. Alright, he really needs Covenal. Feelings left behind. Applies the following effects to self when 2 allies are defeated. 50% damage. Reduces damage received by 25%. 60% ki recovery. And then card draw speed. Okay, so this is like the ultimate last man standing ability here. So, wow. When he's last man alive, he has 150% damage just from his unique abilities. He has, what is that? I think because this is these, okay, so this reduced damage received and this reduced damage received are both applied at the same time. So I think you add those together. I think that is actually just a true 65% reduced damage received buff. And then you're also getting the 20% separate calculation for the 60 counts. Oh no, that's battle start. Yeah, so it doesn't actually factor because that would be out. That would have ran out by that point. He has double card draw, I guess, but I mean the card draw is only for 15 counts. I think this is all going to depend on how hard this hits. Because this has been the identity of this character for the entire time that he's existed, this final explosion. So depending on how hard this hits, that's going to depend on how good this unit is. So we will see. He seems okay, actually. I mean, again, it's just the fact that he has such a high strike attack stat. And he has a pretty decent... I'm actually fairly impressed with how they handle this guy. He actually seems pretty good. This first unique ability... in combination with what the green card is doing, yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to try this guy out. Okay, actually looks like it could be a decent Zenkai. All right, let's check equipment and then we'll get out of here. Archive. All right, do we have anything? Is there even anything new here? Let's see. They might have given us everything in the last update because it was like a weird week with the Legends Mega Rising. Yeah, actually doesn't look like there's any new equipment. Okay. So next week, I expect to get like a pretty big influx of equipment as well as obviously the new character LF will be next week. So let me know down below what you guys think of this update. What do you guys think of the fact that it looks like this is the way they're going to proceed moving forward here with the episode campaigns. Are you guys going to be summoning for Gogeta? Again, I can't recommend you do, but I understand if you summon. The Majin Vegeta looks pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to go over here. We got new story as well. New Battle Royale is starting soon, I guess. We got the Equipment Bonanza coming. So, a lot of stuff to look forward to. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.